The remnants of the house of Israel have long ago been scattered to the 4 parts of the earth, and the 10 tribes have long ago been outcast to the land of the north. This is the whole point of the keys given by Moses in the Kirtland Temple. As we have discussed before, these keys designate heavenly and planetary locations. Scattered Israel and the outcast 10 tribes are not on this planet. Therefore, these remnants cannot vex the Gentiles on this planet until they first return to this planet. In a letter to the editor of the American Revivalist and Rochester Observer, Noah C. Saxton, 10 days after receiving the revelation on war, Joseph Smith informed the editor that the time had arrived for the gathering of the remnants. Joseph was speaking within the context of the prophecy on war. He summarized the revelation to Saxton later in the letter. He made it explicit that the bloodshed, through the agency of both man and God, was to open and prepare for the return of the lost tribes from the North Country. The term used by Joseph, set his hand again the second time to recover the remnants of his people, is a direct reference to the great gathering of Israel in the latter days. The phrase comes from Isaiah chapter 11. The Church recognizes this interpretation of the phrase in its Old Testament study guide for home study seminary students. The sequence of the return of the 10 tribes and others from the north countries, and these same remnants lifting their hands against their enemies as a lion among beasts, or flocks of sheep, is made explicit in a revelation to Joseph Smith, given a little more than a year before the prophecy on war. When the remnants return to Earth across the highway of the great deep, a water bridge between the planets, they will then set upon their enemies. Their enemies will become a prey unto them. The final chapter of this tale of difficulties, as the revelation on war puts it, is the most horrific. Warfare throughout the world, the sword and bloodshed, will take many lives, but it will be the planetary calamities, the chastening of an almighty God, that will make a full end of nations. A wrathful and indignant God will avenge his saints, so their cries will no longer reach his ears. The planetary aspect of the coming calamities is emphasized by the title the Lord uses, Lord of Sabaoth. This is the Hebrew Lord of hosts, referring to the hosts of heaven, the planets. The Lord will come quickly, and those who wish to be saved must stand in holy places.